Hi, everybody. Okay, we're ready to go. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, and we shall get started. What do you guys think? Yay, get started. Let's get it started. So today's a very big day, so I wanted to show my face today. I'm getting a little scared showing my face, but you know, it's something I'm trying to get over. We all got to go over our phobias, right? Let me adjust my camera so it's good. So if you guys see my Instagram today, please check it out. I'm going to write it in the show notes. Instagram.com/prep_agent. There's right in there. Instagram.com/prep_agent. Please check that out because we have big news we were sharing there. And the big news is we were published, we being PrepAgent. Arthur and I were published on the Inc. 5000 list of top entrepreneurs of 2021. So that was a huge deal for us. I hope you guys take the time to check that out. It was a very big deal that we were on that list because if you guys know, Arthur and I started this. We were in a dark place. We needed to help each other, and we decided the best way to help each other was trying to help others. So we worked on this. We were both going through tough times in our life, and we supported each other, not just as business partners, but moreover as friends, having compassion for each other's situation. And we took that feeling and tried to apply it to our business, and really tried to show compassion for you guys in knowing that starting a new business is not easy. It's scary. And we always want to maintain this value, showing empathy and understanding that it could be scary. And to have it lead to that place was just a big honor. And I want you guys to know that for every single person we helped, and this is why I want to do it in person, every single person that we helped, you guys helped us that much more. As I said, this business was not just a business for us. It was something that helped us get through a tough time, be able to talk to people and talk to these webinars, and having the positive interaction really changed our lives. So I just want to share that appreciation with you guys because putting myself out there was scary, but part of my personal growth was putting myself out there, doing these webinars, and with all the trolls out there in the world, you never know what you're going to get. And honestly, it's been nothing but good. I mean, sure, we've had a person here and there that's been less than awesome, but for the most part, it's been amazing. And just having you people in the chat, on the webinars, and the feedback on the Instagram, and our Facebook group, it's just been awesome. So thank you so much. And I want to share, that's why I want to show my face today, so it was more sincere. And with that being said, what do you say we learn a little bit about appraisal? What do you guys think? So I hope you guys check out my Instagram so you could see what I'm talking about with the Inc. 5000 list. Do you guys know what that is? It's a list that comes out of the top entrepreneurs of the year. So it was a very big honor for us. So with that being said, let's talk about appraisal. Yay, appraisal. Everybody write yay, appraisal. If you guys wonder why I'm not looking directly into the cameras, I'm looking at the chat, but maybe I can move this over a little bit so my eyes are a little bit there. Okay, so when we talk about appraisal, first thing that comes out is the essential elements of value. You got to know that. If we're talking about appraisal, you have to know what are the essential elements of value. What are the essential elements of value? What do you guys think? Excuse me. Don't worry. I'll wear a mask. Okay, dust. Congratulations, Cat C. Okay, so dust, demand, utility, scarcity, transferability. I like to use stud, dust, stud, tizida, whatever works for you. Okay, so stud would work as well. Scarcity, transferability, utility, and demand. Okay, so dust or stud, whatever works. Those are the 4 essential elements of value. You guys must know those in order to pass your real estate exam. Okay, dust, demand, do people want it? Utility, can people use it? Scarcity, how much of there is it? Transferability, can you sell it? So, good job, guys. Those are the 4 essential elements of value. When you talk about value, you also end up talking about depreciation. What is depreciation? What do you guys think? What is depreciation? What does that mean? What is depreciation? What is depreciation? Depreciation is a loss in value due to any cause. When you're studying for depreciation, when you're studying appraisal or evaluation and market analysis, as it's sometimes called, okay, there's 3 types of depreciation you have to learn about. What are they? What are the 3 types of depreciation you have to learn about? The 3 types of depreciation are economic obsolescence, functional obsolescence, physical deterioration. So let's write it down. Economic obsolescence, functional obsolescence, and physical deterioration. Do you guys mind that I'm showing my face today? I thought we'd change it up a little today. We always show the screen. There's so many videos with just me doing the screen share. I thought something different would work. Connect a little personality. Those of you guys are looking at my face, I know what you're thinking. I get it. So we'll just get it out of the way. Yes, I've been working out every day. I know. Just solve the mystery. That's what happened. Obviously, you guys are thinking it. I have been exercising, swimming. Okay. Anyway. All right. So you got the 3 types of depreciation. Okay. So you got economic obsolescence, functional obsolescence, and physical deterioration. Okay, so give me an example of economic obsolescence. Give me an example of economic obsolescence. Airport noise. Good. Gas station. Rundown neighborhood. Economic obsolescence, when your property loses value due to causes outside the property line. Sometimes you hear the word extraneous. Everybody write the word extraneous in the chat because that comes up sometimes. Extraneous. Ooh, I need to stop slouching. If I'm slouching, let me know. My mom will be so upset if I'm slouching. Move the camera up so I don't slouch. Okay, extraneous. How do we spell it? E-X-T-R-A-N-E-O-U-S. Extraneous. Economic obsolescence is the result of the loss of value due to causes extraneous to the property lines. I once did a spelling bee when I was little. I was out at like banana. I was like banana, banana, A-N-N-N-A-A-A-N, banana. Can get a little difficult. That and the word restaurant. How many of you guys could spell restaurant? Restaurant. Anyway, sorry. Okay. Melanie says she prefers the screen share. Melanie, I totally get it, so don't worry. We do these every day, so we will have many of the screen share as well. So if you guys don't like seeing my face, I totally get it. No hard feelings. We do a ton with the screen share as well. Okay, so I'll be going back to it. This is just a once in a while. So Melanie, I got you, got your feedback, no hard feelings. The next one, I promise, will be the screen share. Okay, so you have economic obsolescence outside the property lines. Okay, give me an example of functional obsolescence. Give me an example of functional obsolescence. Everybody give me an example of functional obsolescence. Functional obsolescence is from a poor design. Okay, so if you have like a 1-bathroom house with 6 bedrooms, good. That'd be functional obsolescence. Okay. Excellent. And last but not least, physical deterioration. Give me an example of physical deterioration. Physical deterioration. That is your property falling apart. Your property is falling apart. So physical deterioration, your property is falling apart. Okay? So you may say physical deterioration, you would rehab the house. Functional obsolescence, you would remodel the house. Can you guys hear me okay? There's construction going outside, which is super annoying. I truly hope it's not interrupting the webinar. Hopefully that will not continue for future webinars. I apologize if that's bothering you guys. Okay, so you got the 3 types of depreciation. You got functional obsolescence, economic obsolescence, and physical deterioration. The next thing that comes up is the types of appraisal. The types of appraisal. Okay, so what are the different types of appraisal to find value that you learn for your real estate exam? Bakari Andrews says, I'm new here. Welcome, Bakari. Glad to have you. Chris Crawford passed his exam. Congratulations, Chris. Okay, so when we're talking about the different types of appraisal, first you have the market data approach. The market data approach. Let me write that down. So it's often called the comparison approach, the market data comparison approach. Everybody got that? The market data approach. Second, you have the cost replacement approach. Everybody write that down. The cost replacement approach. So everybody write the cost replacement approach. Okay. And third, right, the capitalization income approach, the capitalization approach. The capitalization income approach. Everybody should write those down, and I'll repeat them. You have the market data approach, the cost replacement approach, and the capitalization income approach. Okay, which one would you use for your average residential property? What do you guys think? Which one would you use for your average residential property? What do you guys think? Which one would you use for your average residential property? The market data approach. Good. You're doing comps. My house is worth this much, and your house has an annoying carpet, so obviously it's worth way less than mine because my carpet's awesome and yours is ugly, so mine is worth a lot more. You're doing comps. What is the flaw with the market data approach? What do you guys think? What is the flaw with the market data approach? What do you guys think is the flaw with the market data approach? So rapid economic change, good, because what happens in the market data approach, generally speaking, you go back 6 months, okay? And as we've learned, especially in the past few years, a lot can happen in a 6-month period, right, guys? There's a whole lot that can happen in a 6-month period. I mean, in the past few years, there was like viruses and political turmoil and companies opening and shutting down, and it's just been kind of crazy, right? So in the past 2 years, there's been a lot of change, especially during a 6-month period. So that affects the housing market. So when there's a rapid economic change, that affects the market data approach. Right, guys? Another problem with the market data approach is no two homes are alike. Lisa Rodney is yelling at me. Says no two homes are alike. Whenever you write capitals, it's like you're yelling. You guys ever receive a text message all in capitals and you're like, whoa, calm down, hold on, I got feelings here. Okay, so no two homes are alike. There's always a little difference, okay? Even if it's a condo complex, some have a view, some don't. Some are on the first floor, some are on the second floor. You guys get the idea. So no two homes are exactly alike, and accounting for the difference in that value could be difficult, okay? Even when there's cookie cutter subdivisions. All right, so no two homes are exactly alike. Good. Okay, so you have economic change, no two homes are exactly alike. Good. So next we have the cost replacement approach. What is the cost replacement approach? It's all right, Lisa, I don't mind showing passion. Enthusiasm. I love the enthusiasm, Lisa. If you want to book a tutoring session ahead of the exam, go to the PrepAgent website. There's a drop down on the top right for tutors, and you can schedule a session with Cynthia and Stu. Okay. So what is the cost replacement approach? How much does it cost to rebuild the property entirely new? It's hot in here. I think my air conditioning is broken. Okay, how much does it cost to replace the building brand new? How much does it cost to replace it brand new? So what type of properties would you use the cost replacement approach? What type of properties does not have comps? What do you guys think? So what we're looking for is special purpose properties. Oh, somebody said I need to sit straight up. Okay. Special purpose properties. What are some special purpose properties? A library, a school, police station. These are properties that do not bring in any income. Okay, they don't have any income, and there's nothing to compare it to. All right, so essentially you got to rebuild it. The cost replacement approach essentially says how much would it cost to rebuild the property brand new. How much would it cost to rebuild the property brand new? Okay, so you look at the property and say, how much it costs to rebuild this thing that's right in front of me? What is the problem with that approach? What is the problem with that approach? What is the problem with that approach? What do you guys think? The problem is those buildings are not brand new. How much it costs to build brand new? Well, those libraries, schools, police stations, they're not brand new. They're very old. So you got to factor in depreciation. Something that's what a church count. Yeah, churches, synagogues, mosques, all those religious centers would count as well because they don't have income either, and they're usually one per community, so it's difficult to do comparables. Okay, so they're not brand new. Okay, so how much would it cost to replace it brand new? And factoring depreciation is really kind of difficult. So, a building that was, a jail too, yep. A building that was built in 1910, okay, would that be harder or easier to appraise? What do you guys think? A building that was built in 1910, would that be harder or easier to appraise using the cost replacement approach? What do you guys think? It'd be much more difficult because you got to factor in all depreciation. There's so much guesswork because you can't replace it exactly as it is. It's good. Okay, now you have the capitalization income approach. What is the capitalization income approach? What do you guys think? What is the capitalization income approach? What is the capitalization income approach? Everybody write this down. It converts income into value. It converts income into value. Converts income into value. And what I mean by that is if you have a property with a shoe store in it, and that shoe store is making millions of dollars, is doing great. You have another property with a shoe store, and that shoe store is doing no business at all. Obviously, you'll pay more money for the building that has the shoe store that's doing a lot more business. Okay? How much more is difficult. You know you'll pay more, but actually turn that into an exact number, that's when this approach comes in. Everybody get that? It converts income into value. Because common sense-wise, obviously, you're going to pay more for the building where the businesses thrive, right, guys? But to put that in an actual detailed number down to the penny, that's a little trickier. And that's where you have the capitalization income approach. Everybody got it? Right? Got it. If you guys are enjoying the webinar, if you don't mind, please click the thumbs up button below in the below the screen. Just push that thumbs up button. Right now there's 35 thumbs up. If you guys could click it, that would be amazing. I'd appreciate it. Obviously only if you enjoy the webinar. If not, you don't need to click it. Okay, so people ask me to explain again, so I'll do it real quick. The market data approach compares other properties, properties of like kind, they like to say. The income approach converts income to value, and the cost replacement approach is how much would it cost to replace the building brand new. Everybody ready? Ready for the next thing? Say ready, Joe. So ready. Sometimes what comes up is this thing called the gross rent multiplier. The gross rent multiplier is essentially a simplified version of the cost replacement approach, okay? So what is the gross rent multiplier? What do you guys think? What is the gross rent multiplier? The gross rent multiplier takes price and divides it by rent. Takes price divided by rent. So I said it's a more simplified version of the capitalization income approach because that can be used for businesses and a lot of commercial places. Very difficult. The gross rent multiplier is more specific to income properties where it's just a pure price rent ratio. Everybody got that? It's a much more simplified thing. And it's probably what you'll be using a lot more when you guys try and sell real estate. So price divided by rent. So the price of the property divided by the rent gives you the gross rent multiplier. So if you have a $100,000 property and it brings in a 10 grand a year, what would the gross rent multiplier be? So if it's a $100,000 property and brings in $10,000 a year, what would the gross rent multiplier be? What do you guys think? So if it's a $100,000 property and brings in 10 grand a year, that would give you a gross rent multiplier of 10. It would be 10. Okay, that would give you a gross rent multiplier of 10. Price divided by rent. Now, gross rent multipliers can be given as annual figures or monthly figures. Everybody got that? Annual gross rent multipliers anywhere from 5 to 20. Monthly are anywhere from like 80 to 120, up there in that range. Think about it logically. If I said a 100 grand property that brings in $1,000 a month, not a year, that would be a gross rent multiplier of 100. Price divided by rent. Everybody got it? So I need you guys to be super careful if they're asking about monthly or annual numbers. If this is all confusing, I do a really nice video on gross rent multipliers that you can look up on YouTube. Just look up PrepAgent gross rent multiplier, all right? So if this is at all confusing, just look up my video on gross rent multipliers. It explains this in great detail, okay? So just remember, it's price divided by rent. And obviously you can find out price by doing the gross rent multiplier times the rent, figure out price, and so on. You just got to plug in the numbers. Okay. What are the 4 essential elements of value? What do you guys think? Good luck, Rena Mocha. Exam today. Wishing her good luck. Okay, we went over this when we started the webinar. I just want to review. What are the 4 essential elements of value? What do you guys think? Let's see who was paying attention at the beginning of the webinar. Scarcity, transferability, utility, and demand. Good. Demand, utility, scarcity, and transferability. Does an appraiser determine the value of the property? Does an appraiser determine the value of the property? What do you guys think? Does an appraiser determine the value of the property? No. No. Careful, guys. They do not. They estimate it. Nice job, Janice Thomas. They give an estimate. Okay? I see Renee said for the lender. It doesn't have to be for the lender. For example, when I had a divorce, we had to find the value of the property so, you know, finances could be arranged. And we had to have an appraiser come and estimate the value of the property. It was not for a loan or anything of that sense. So an appraiser is just there to estimate the value. For what purpose? That depends. Sometimes it's not because of divorce, not because of a loan. Sometimes you just want a professional to do the job. The true value of the property is what? The true value of the property is what? whatever somebody's willing to pay for. And that's an important thing. When you guys go to list a home, you do not say your property is worth this much. I guarantee you'll get this amount. This is the value. You can't say that. You say, I'm going to try and get a buyer who'll pay yada, yada, yada. If you look at a listing agreement, it actually says that very specifically. Okay, so you can't actually state the value. And the other big thing is when you get a listing, are you trying to sell the house? What do you guys think? When you get a listing, are you trying to sell the house? No, you are not. Why? Because it's not your house. You're trying to find a buyer, and the seller decides they want to sell the house, and when they decide, that'll determine the true value of the property. Somebody asked if they can rewatch this. You can rewatch all of our webinars many, many times. That's what I was saying. If you didn't like seeing my face today, no hard feelings. We have a lot of webinars to do the screen share of questions. Stu does the webinar his way. Cynthia does the webinar her way. I do the webinar. Sometimes I go over vocabulary. Sometimes I do questions. We really try hard to mix it up to cater to everybody and find different ways, because I know all of you learn in different styles. So if you look at all the history of the webinars, we really explain the same concepts over and over again, but sometimes we use different examples, do it in a different format. So please feel free to rewatch these over and over and over again. Okay. Also, do not forget to sign up for the question of the day. So the question of the day will get emailed to you. That'll keep you on task and focused on studying. And then when you guys pass, you could unsubscribe for it. We're not into spamming or anything like that. So it's meant to keep you on task. So you get the question of the day. At the minimum, it reminds you, oh, I got to study. With that being said, make sure you're memorizing your 5 words every morning. They could be whatever 5 words you want. Just make sure you put 5 words aside in the evening, memorize them in the morning. That way, if the day gets ahead of you and, you just don't find the time, well, at least you did it first thing in the morning. Make sure you do 5 words every morning. And if you have more time later in the day, then you can do practice questions, watch webinars, do all you need to do to get past the exam. All right, guys, so that's it for today. I hope you had a nice day. Once again, check out our Instagram page, prep_agent. Okay? I'll write it again in the chat for you. Instagram.com/prep_agent. Okay, so check us out there and be sure to comment on that Instagram post. I would appreciate the love. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks, everybody. Have an amazing day. Bye.